Hey, Mama, welcome back. Next up, we're going to dive into nutrition, and we're going to cover the basics here of what you need for your body to thrive after baby. We're going to talk about our macronutrients, the big things that we need to take in to fuel our body. And then we're going to dive into a few of our micronutrients, things like our vitamins and our minerals that are absolutely essential for energy and energy production and repairing our bodies after birth. After that, we'll talk about what the most common deficiencies are and how you can really set yourself up for success as a postpartum mom. Hey, Mama, welcome back. Today, we're diving into something so important for your postpartum journey, and that's nutrition. Now, I know it may feel like just one more thing on your plate, no pun intended, but trust me, nourishing your body is one of the best gifts you can give yourself and your baby right now. What you make for you in the next few months is going to be what you feed to your baby. And if you're breastfeeding, it's what you're feeding to your baby now. We have great studies that show what you eat has a direct correlation to the nutrients in your breast milk. And when your body is deficient, your body will give all of its nutrients to your baby as much as it can. But when we hit deficiency levels, we can't give anymore. We have an absolutely empty cup. So then baby also becomes deficient. The good news is that nutrition is one of the easiest fixes we can do to get you feeling better. The good news is the right nutrition can help you recover faster, feel more energized, and most importantly, give you that energy boost to start feeling like yourself again. So let's talk a little bit about why this matters and why we put it first in our Thrive Mama blueprint. Well, it matters because pregnancy and breastfeeding both are incredibly demanding on your body. They deplete key nutrients so that your baby can develop well. So we're looking at things like iron, magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, and B vitamins, things that we typically find in our prenatal vitamins. But not all prenatals are made equally. Without these things, our energy lags. And it's no wonder why many moms are feeling exhausted, emotional, and just plain off. These nutrients require things in the food as well in order to be absorbed. So when we're taking them away from the foods that they're found in, we're not giving our body what it needs to rebuild and recover. For example, if we look at iron, iron supports our energy. It helps replenish our blood volume. It helps to circulate the oxygen in our system. And it also plays an important role in what's called our mitochondria, those powerhouses of the cell if we think back to biology. All of these components, when we aren't working with all cylinders firing, we're not at 100%. The other things we look at, like magnesium, which helps calm our nervous system and helps regulate our mood and our muscle recovery, when we are deficient, because we transfer a lot of our magnesium to our baby within the third trimester so that they can have a supply when they come out into the world. All of these play a vital role in how we feel in motherhood. When we look at the data, when we look at the Linus Pauling Institute out of Oregon State University, they did research and went back and reviewed one of the biggest nutrition studies ever done. And what they found was that over 90% of people are deficient in one or more of their micronutrients. When we look at macronutrients, specifically for breastfeeding mothers, the amount of protein we need doubles. We go from needing around 1 to 1.9 grams per kilogram to fuel our body and support making breast milk. It is a much more arduous task on our bodies. And when we don't hit those metrics, we get symptoms of protein deficiency. Well, protein deficiency looks like hair loss, brittle nails, muscle tone, muscle wasting, thinning hair, thinning skin. All of the things that we associate with normal motherhood after baby might just be symptoms of protein deficiency. And that's why our nutrition matters most. We need to fuel our body well in order to have all of those building blocks to make changes in other areas of our life. When we go for prepackaged foods, when we grab that quick snack just to get a little bit of fuel in, we're getting calories, but we're not getting nutrients. One of my personal biggest pet peeves when it comes to nutrition for breastfeeding moms is lactation cookies. Most lactation cookies are high in carbohydrates. And although a big boost in milk volume sometimes happens after we have a large load of sugar, it's happening because water is following that sugar molecule. It's not increasing the nutrient content of our milk. When we eat nutrient dense foods, we then fuel our body. We fuel our breast milk with the right components, and it increases our resilience. It increases our physical and emotional ability to regulate in every area. And let's be real, motherhood takes a whole lot of resilience to get right. So when I'm coming up with a nutrient plan, and this is all part of our Nourish Mama course, is we first plan protein. Next, we add on healthy fats. And once we know what proteins and healthy fats we're going to be eating in a meal, we can complement it with all other sorts of fruit and vegetables to get our micronutrients in. For example, if we think about breakfast, if we're going to have an egg and we're going to plan our fat as avocado, well, we can make that into avocado toast. We can sprinkle that with hemp seeds to increase the protein. That avocado and the egg provide both protein and fat. We use whole grains or low carbohydrate toast so that we are getting nutrients in other ways. Better yet, we use something like sourdough to get fermented foods that increases the nutrient content of the food. Now, I totally get it. When I'm asking new moms to put in mental load into planning their nutrients, it becomes a lot. So, as part of the Thrive Mama program and as part of the Nourish Mama course, I've put together meal plans that are there for every type of diet. There is a dedicated low inflammation plan with over 6 months of meals already done for you with each week of the planning laid out. There's also a regular plan for those who want to eat gluten. I understand that. And there's also some vegetarian and vegan options already put together with at least a month of recipes to get you started. It is a total game changer when we can have something that we just follow instead of having to put the mental load and energy into it, especially in the fourth trimester. So my goal is to make this as easy and simple as possible for everyone. And if you want my favorite snacks that can get you started in swapping out those high carb snacks like lactation cookies for things that are higher in protein, we have our Nourish snacks, which are free to give you over 40 nutrient packed snacks that you can whip up in just a few minutes. I'll link it below so you can download it to get started. Now, I know that this stage of life can feel overwhelming, but here's what I want you to remember. When you nourish your body, you're building the foundation for everything else. More energy, a better mood, the ability to handle the ups and downs of motherhood with a little bit more ease. When we have all of the nutrients, it makes it easier for our body to do all of its tasks, like detox and balance our hormones, which we'll get to in just a minute. You are not alone in this. Every small step you take to care for yourself is a step toward thriving and not just surviving during the postpartum season. So let's fuel your recovery. Thanks for spending a little bit more time with me. In the next video, we're going to dive even deeper into how we can support your hormonal health. I'll see you there.